It's a 120 240 volt, 10 kiloamp, 20 amp breaker. It clips into this side here, but the way it works is it just clips in like this and then clips into your hot connectors here. And then I always start with it off and flip it on when I go. But you just have 2 wires and each one runs 120 volts. It's so simple. It's a ground and 2 120 wires. And so you cannot mess these up. There's no correct order to put them in. As long as you hook the green up to the green in the outlet and these to the other 2 screws, it doesn't matter what order you put them in, which is why 220 is so easy to install. So I'm using 12 gauge stranded wire, which is what I like to use because it's a little bit easier to pull with fish tape through conduit. And you just screw it in, make sure it's nice and tight. Now I'm going to take it and make sure that it's clipped on over here. So now you'll hear it click. Boom. Stick our ground in just like that. And there we go, it's done. So I've got 3/4 inch conduit. You'll see there's these green ground screws you can buy. It's good to ground one of the boxes in your line. All outlets are gonna have a green screw, and that's your ground. And again, then it doesn't matter which order, you red or black. This is where the ground wire runs out of the box. It runs here, and then it comes off into 3 wires, and then that ground runs to all 3 of my outlets. And the outlets I'm using are the 20 amp 250 volt. Our power back on and we want to test it, make sure we did everything correctly. As you can see, we got 120, 120, 120. We're just going to test all of those, make sure they're still staying 0. These are all hot. See, you can see these all 120. So then we're going to go ahead and flip these on and make sure nothing weird happens. Okay. Great. So now that we flipped all our breakers on, we want to make sure everything's hot. So we're just going to touch the nut in the back there. Make sure everything's 120, 120, 120, 120. Okay.